Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find thee?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is... And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely...
What sort of information?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or we simply need to know.
Very well.
I knew I could rely. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rook. Meet me here after you have... Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Revelio.
Work as hard as me.
Revelio. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the big...
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a... Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasure.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give. and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Have you helped Harlow since...
No, that said...
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find... It may sound silly, but those were Isco...
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow...
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Revelio!
I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's
Revelio.
all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I...
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat?
Please, sir, I'd like to help.
You know the Bickles? All right. But
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day...
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't... It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this, I'd lose my job instantly, and...
Thank you for telling me.
I would love nothing. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it...
Understood. Revelio!
Hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Filbert must be around here somewhere. Revelio! Revelio. Revelio.
Double in a while, has there?
It's been ages since I've been up the street.
One they've gone to the mother. Revelio. Revelio.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with the...
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him, as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again.
I suppose I have... Harlow does not like
Revelio.
people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Revelio. Revelio. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Revelio. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
First they're teaching students jinxes. Unforgivable curse.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio! Accio! The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio! Revelio! I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, Ammon's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be ready. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio!
What's she like?
Revelio.
They're more danger than they know.
If I likes it, I takes it. Aye. I ought to pay that pretty little shopkeeper in Baggy Town.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
I know there's a Hogsmeade later. Still had some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running. Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up. I've had enough of her.
I remember my father speaking of these times. Seems now that
It's Totalis. Revelio.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Hoogwaart's work for him. Let's finish this job and be done with it.
Aye.
Waste of time, this isn't.
nuisance when supplies.
Revelio.
Always makes me nervous when our stocks aren't brimming.
You've been straying from your instructions. Don't interrupt me. Mind yourself.
Oi!
Revelio.
Oh, you're wasting your time with her. I suppose you're more affection to a whore club. I'll tell you that. He'll tell on us first chance he gets.
Come to think of it, months ago I had a brooch. Nice it was. Sparkled like the glint in my eyes when I find out which one of you thieving lot stole it. Is that you?
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're
Revelio.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there. When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hogshead. Or perhaps I'll just...
Can't hide from me!
What are you
Revelio.
dribbling over there? Look like you've been at...
It's Totalis. Revelio.
I've robbed every travelling vendor that's passed through here. It's all... What was that sound?
Revelio. It's Totalis. Revelio.
How come I always draw the short straw?
Aye.
Loud as a troll you are.
Revelio. It's Totalis. Revelio.
Aye.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see this.
Revelio.
And rightfully so. I could use a fire whiskey right now.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
It's exhausting, standing here all day. What was work for him? He can fight his own battles. Has your brain...
Revelio. Revelio.
Perhaps it's deep.
Revelio. It's Totalis. Revelio.
Someone messing about?
Revelio.
Oi.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
What's that? Better have a look then.
It's Totalis. Revelio. I think I heard something. Revelio.
Hey.
Untempered meanderance in a mine brings sure ruin. I know you're there.
Revelio.
Those are the things that they're playing. I could swear there's something. Is that someone over there?
What?
You'd better be a beast.
It's Totalis. Totalis. Revelio. He must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Raven. He will tell you what you need to do.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
worried about you.
I am all right. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free her. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have...
I shall do my best. Any idea?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood.
Your friend
Revelio.
Natty. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand! He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was near. Now, you best stand back.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Confringo. Propendo. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no... Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Revelio.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Revelio.